Hey guys, welcome to a special pandemic edition of the Evan and Caitlin podcast.
Is that where we put the jolly music?
Yeah. Okay. This has been an interesting podcast to brainstorm because it's a difficult situation that we're in. I mean, like a lot of times, I think humans model their behavior after other people to like not break social norms and stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's a weird place to be in right now because it seems like this is the first time, I guess, in our lives where something this crazy has happened.
Yeah.
So we're just going to do our best. But we've been wanting...
Oh, were you saying that, like, so no one has other people to model after? Is that what the connection was to that earlier part of your sentence? Yeah.
Kind of.
No one knows what to do.
No one knows what to do. We don't know what to do. We never know what to do. And I guess things work out okay. So that's what we're going to try to do today. We wanted to kind of just talk about the situation, talk about how we're doing, talk about what's going on our side of things from the personal and business side of things, and see where it goes.
Yeah. And we went back and forth about, like, you know, should we not do any content specific to what's going on, or should we talk about things? But you know what? It's kind of like what's on our mind. And so for the podcast, it just seemed right to kind of talk about the stuff that's been going on lately, because we haven't had a podcast for 2 weeks. We haven't recorded one for 2 weeks. And so...
And it's an extreme understatement to say that a lot has changed in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, the initial event was more than 2 weeks ago, but like the past 2 weeks is when things have really accelerated rapidly. We want to try to keep our main channel and our gaming channels a fun escape from all of this.
The podcast is what a harsh reality hits.
Yeah, welcome to our fun, jolly podcast, everybody.
That should have been the intro.
It's close enough to the beginning. It's perfect. It's perfect, just how it is.
So I guess we should start by saying, like, so we did want to share kind of how things have been for us, but I feel like we should start by acknowledging that we're in a very, very, very lucky position.
Yeah. Very lucky.
You know, our work is the type of work that we can do from home. It's how we work anyway. So, you know, we've been able to keep on working. Our families are safe. We haven't gotten sick. Like, you know, we've been able to get what we need generally so far. So, like, we're in a very lucky position.
Yeah.
But it's still weird.
It's still weird. And we are trying to look into ways to help. By the time this goes live,
it's going live Monday.
We'll already have done our very first charity event. It was a charity live stream. Hopefully that went well.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. It's our first big, it's our first charity, live stream event.
This is our first charity event ever, I think.
Yeah. Is it our first official? I don't know.
We've contributed to charities before, but
we
I
did
think
like
it's the
Team
first.
Trees.
Oh, we did Team Trees.
Team Trees.
So it's our second charity event.
Yeah, but a live stream event's like a whole nother thing.
It's a whole other thing.
We're a little nervous about how that's gonna go. But by the time you guys are listening, it's done. So hopefully it went well.
Yeah. Also, I know that like in the maker community, there's a lot of people getting involved with 3D printing. And
a lot of people have tweeted us about that stuff. And
I think that's really cool. And I really love all of the groups that are doing it. I think that right now the situation is just changing so rapidly day to day. There's all sorts of designs. There are already people who are like organizing and vetting these designs out there that are doing a good job. I think that it would be good to add our voice and amplify something at the right moment, but it's just been such a rapidly changing thing, and
we're not on like the inside scoop of any of it, so we didn't want to like start pushing something too early before we knew that it had been confirmed as the correct thing to push right
Yeah.
now. Because we've also heard there's been a lot of tweets about, oh, don't do that mask design. That's a bad one. Like, that's going to give people a false sense of security. Like, there's so much misinformation,
we want to wait
too.
until things are a little bit more sure and we can make a push in the best direction instead of maybe accidentally pushing something that isn't as
Yeah.
ideal. And I know that it's a little bit crazy out there, and I think that everyone's just trying to do their best to help. And
Yeah.
it is really encouraging that there are so many wonderful people out there doing so many wonderful things and helping out in all these incredible ways.
But we thought the best thing that we could do that we felt the most sure about was just directly raising cash
Yep.
for this event.
And giving it to the people
And-
who are like in place with the experience, resources, and connections to like make some big things happen. Because
Yeah.
this is what is needed right now. Like there's a
Yeah.
lot going on at local levels, and there's a lot going on at the worldwide level. So I think everyone helping in whatever way is great.
Whatever way works best for them.
Yeah. So thank you everyone who's doing awesome things.
Yes.
And you know what? One way to help is to stay inside, which is what we've been doing a lot of recently.
We've been officially self-quarantining for, I think, 14 days now.
Yeah. I mean, of course, we go out for supplies, the food.
Well, not supplies, just food,
yeah.
really.
We go out for food because humans need that to survive.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much been it. I think that, the only person I've seen in terms of a face is my lovely wife.
I mean, we've seen
like
the
when we go out
person
and
we
get food.
pick
Yeah.
up the food from.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
restaurants, we've done drive-through a couple times, and then some restaurants are doing like deliveries now that maybe didn't used to. So we've gotten deliveries when we can.
Yeah. It's been a lot of
But, yeah.
cooking big meals that we can freeze and like.
Although I
stock-
started that like over a month ago.
Yeah. Caitlin has been like on top of things.
Yeah.
Um,
Like over a month ago, I started like when I would go to the grocery store, I'd just get stuff for an extra freezer meal that week. And so I'd make an extra freezer meal. So
And by freezer meal, basically we have like a general life strategy because we stay pretty busy with all of the 5 YouTube channels and Twitch account that we like put content out on.
well, then
So-
you have to say 4 because we don't put anything on the channel right now.
That might change in the
might
future.
change.
Who knows?
Yeah.
So basically, one of our big strategies for cooking efficiently in terms of food is we make as big of a batch of food as possible, especially when it's something that can freeze or basically freeze well.
Yeah.
Lots of stews, lots of sauces. I think we've maybe talked about it before. So we kind of stockpiled a lot of.
Stockpiled's a very negative
Stockpiled's
word
a very
these
negative
days.
word. We responsibly gathered.
A few extra meals worth of food. But the thing is, because this is what we do regularly, like I got an Instapot and we use that thing at least once or twice a week when we're cooking. And so we already like it feels like we prepped more than we did just because like we already had stuff in our freezer. Because that's just like the way that we cook is we try to make more than we need and then freeze it for later.
And it's really, really efficient to do that, like in terms of using resources too. Like Caitlin is a master chef when it comes to using up 100% of the resources that she has
I
bought.
don't like throwing things away. It makes me very upset.
It literally does. She
It
gets
hurts me.
it hurts.
We have like a small amount of takeout fried rice left over in the fridge, and I'm like, that could be a good snack.
Could be a
It's
good
like-
snack.
It's like 2 spoonfuls of rice, but like I might get hungry for that rice later.
So I think Caitlin has been doing most of the groceries and
Yeah, well,
procuring stuff.
honestly, okay, so I'll admit, I have not been to the grocery store in 2 weeks. My last grocery trip was the last time we, like, either of us went out in a public place and, like, were around more than just, like, the person at the drive-thru window that
Yeah.
we very carefully handed our card to. And, you know, we have a whole system where it's, like, one of us has, like, when we pick up food, one of us has the dirty hands and one of us has the clean hands. So, like Evan will be driving, so he's got the clean hands. So I, like, hold the food, and I hold it very carefully, and I don't let it touch anything, and then Evan unbuckles me and lets me out of the car, and I like, go over, we like carefully remove it onto our plates, and then I throw it away the outer bag and wash my hands really good. So it's like a whole thing.
Caitlin, like, I'm driving, so Caitlin like leans across me to like
to pick up the food. I'm like, I'll take that, ma'am. Thank you. We have a system down.
It's better safe than sorry in a
Yeah.
lot of ways, playing it safe.
But yeah, so we haven't been to the grocery store in 2 weeks, and like, I'm not gonna lie, I have a little anxiety about going, just because. So my past few grocery trips, the most recent being 2 weeks ago, and the ones before that being maybe like 4 or 5 days prior, every trip changed so much. Like the first trip, there was like, the toilet paper was a little picked over, but there was still like a few things there. Second trip, no. Oh yeah, and there was no hand sanitizer. Second trip, no toilet paper, no hand sanitizer, but like everything else was pretty much normal. That third trip, which was 2 weeks ago, it was like when like a hurricane comes into town and everyone's buying up everything. It was more than that, more picked over and weird, and just things that I didn't expect to be gone were gone. Like there was like almost no meat, which I didn't expect. Like,
yeah, because you need it. Well, I guess you can freeze meat.
Yeah, you can freeze meat. But it's just like, I expected like the toilet paper to be gone, the canned foods, the frozen foods. I expected like that stuff. There was like no chicken. And I was like, I need chicken for the recipe. So I was going to make. So I found like the frozen organic chicken breasts that were very expensive. And I was like, well, I guess I'll get this, and it was just weird, and I haven't been back since. And I have like a whole game plan for when I do go. Like, I'm going to bring a paper list so that I'm not having to touch my phone a bunch, and I can just throw the list away after. Like, we have gloves because we use gloves for resin. So I'm going to wear gloves mostly because like having the gloves on will be a really good reminder for me to not touch my face, which is the hardest thing. But yeah, I'm kind of nervous, honestly. I've been putting it off. I was going to go this morning before we launched our video, but yesterday we got a HelloFresh shipment in, and so I was like, okay, I can put it off a few more days.
Yeah.
Like,
on the project front and ordering things online, we have had to put off one project because understandably things are taking a little bit longer to come in. I mean, I know Amazon and UPS and FedEx and everyone are prioritizing urgent parcels, which
totally
100% makes sense. I mean,
are very specific requirements for this like weird obscure project are not high priority.
No, so we've had to adjust our project some,
But it is a little weird when you see like an Amazon Prime delivery item not be like estimated to show up for a month, and you're like, whoa, that's weird. There's been a lot of things that have hit me, and that was just another one. I like, because we've gotten so used to just instant fulfillment of all of our needs, and we build our lives around it. We build our schedules around it, and we're like, how many videos are we gonna have to postpone? Because a lot of the stuff we need for the projects, it's not high priority from a like average person's needs perspective.
Yeah.
So I mean, hopefully we won't have to postpone anymore. We might though. Like we had to get a little creative with this week's video using stuff we had, which was totally fun, honestly. Yeah. Like I really liked doing the resin mixing. It was a fun excuse to do a project that had been on our list.
Yeah, and it was I'm happy with how the video turned out and everything still. But there's also like sponsor delays. It's completely understandable. Sponsors are businesses too, and they have to run their business responsibly, and when they need to adjust their marketing budgets around, I think that like this is a great time to be very considerate, understanding, and compassionate of other people, other businesses, everybody, for all circumstances. I feel like this is like an important time to like practice
compassion,
understanding, compassion, and forgiveness, because this is completely unprecedented. And it's interesting. There have been a lot of people warning about this and asking people to prep, but it is also hard because until it happens, it's not real. And it's kind of like procrastination. Everyone understands procrastination. It's like, oh, that's so far away. And the likelihood isn't that high. We'll deal with that later. Until it is. And then you're like, oh, well, probably should have done that sooner.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like we were kind of started thinking about things like ahead of other friends and family members that
I'm thinking like about governments and
governments.
The world. like big institutions and businesses and everything. And I think it's also another thing. I mean, it's tough because, the world runs on business finances, like smart business decisions, hustle, 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 money, 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 yeah, and stuff. But like preparing for eventualities isn't like it's a smart financial decision if
the eventuality happens.
If the eventuality happens and the preparations you made were the right ones. But it's, no one has crystal balls. No one.
Also, things like smaller businesses don't have the ability to prepare. Like bigger businesses can set aside cash to like ride the wave, but smaller businesses don't always have that luxury.
Yeah.
Like I know a lot of people are talking about how they're like getting gift cards to local restaurants,
and
nice. Things like that, which I think is cool. I've also heard like some concern because then you're just like delaying the time where they won't get paid. But I think the difference is like if no one's buying food or gift cards from them right now, it's one concentrated chunk of making no money, and that can like put a business under. Whereas if you buy the gift cards, and yes, that means you're not paying later when you eat. It's not like everyone, as soon as they can leave their house, are going to go like redeem every single gift card they made immediately all at the same time.
Well, I think that like
so it will be like spread out.
When the restrictions release, what are some of the first things that we're going to do?
I'll probably eat out.
We'll probably eat out a lot.
Yeah. No, I want to go hang out at your parents' pool.
Yeah. Hang out at the pool.
So hot out now.
Hang out at the pool. Like go out to eat and then hang out at the pool.
Yeah, go out to eat and like hang out with family.
That sounds like a great choice.
Yeah. That's really, that's the main thing we did outside of our house before this is go out to eat and hang out with family.
Eat and family.
That's it.
Yeah.
So again, we're very lucky. It's not as big of an adjustment for us as it would be for people like working in offices or, people who have kids whose kids are now at home with them.
Yeah.
It's a much bigger adjustment for a lot of other people.
We canceled a trip that we had, but
we did. We were supposed to leave in 2 days.
2 days for our first vacation in
a year and a half.
Mm-hmm. And it's a small thing to give up.
Yeah, and
I was looking forward to it.
Yeah, I was too. We postponed it till the fall just because like the summer's too hot.
Yeah.
And so we postponed it to the fall. So it'll still be happening, but then it'll be 2 years since we last went on a vacation.
What's the saying?
Make your everyday life like a vacation.
By working every day.
But with your favorite person.
With your favorite person.
And doing stuff you love.
Doing something that you love, yeah. And hopefully entertaining people.
Yeah.
Or at least hanging out with them in podcast form. I'm not sure what this is right now. This is more of like a hangout with like us. Is this entertaining or is this more hangout? Probably more hangout.
Yeah, I feel like podcasts are more like hanging out.
Podcasts are more hanging out. I mean, there are entertainment podcasts out there.
Yeah. But sometimes those are like too much for me. My favorite podcasts tend to be more chill ones.
More chill, yeah. I think those are my favorite too.
Yeah. What do you think? So it's interesting because a lot of people are kind of expressing the sentiment. And again, we're very lucky that we can work. Our work schedule, if anything, has gotten a little bit busier
crazier
and more stressful because we've had to do a lot of last minute like switcheroos.
There's just been more added on top.
Yeah. Yeah, more added on top. And then it's honestly like we'll be doing okay. We'll kind of be like in our zone working on stuff. Things feel pretty normal. And then something like the Amazon Prime shipment isn't going out until late April, and then you're like snapped back into reality for a second by some little trigger, and then you go down a rabbit hole of news articles and everything else. So it's but anyways, what I was getting to is like a lot of people have asked like, what are you guys doing with the free time, or said like, oh, you guys should do this in your free time, or you guys should do that in your free time. And I do wish we had a little bit more free time right now, even though I'm grateful that we're still able to work.
Yeah, we have no buffer. We don't have any videos lined up.
We're not ahead
We're not ahead in any way on any front. And our to-do list is fairly long. Somehow.
Fairly long still.
Yeah.
But my question for you is, in a hypothetical world where this did free up time for us, what would you want to do?
It would be a mix of streaming games on Twitch,
which we have increased significantly.
Which we have, yep.
So we are kind of doing that.
We are kind of doing that. And getting a pool installed in our backyard so that we can hang out there.
I wonder if people are installing pools right now. I mean, I know
that a lot of work has been paused, like house work and like, third-party contracting type stuff.
Some house things are still continuing, like necessary house maintenance stuff.
But even some of that, like in a lot of the hard-hit areas, it's fully stopped, like hard stop.
Yeah, that's true.
And there's no work being done. It really depends on where you are in the U.S., in the world, what the current level of the lockdown and stuff is.
My guess is we would have a hard time finding someone to install a pool. What's your next backup plan? Order an inflatable pool off Amazon?
Order an inflatable?
Yeah,
enjoy it in 1 month. Sophia did order an inflatable hot tub.
That's true. We could order an inflatable hot tub off Amazon.
In
this hypothetical situation.
Build a deck from the scrap wood that we have.
That would be a very patchwork deck. We have 2x4s. We have walnut. We have.
I think we have
3/4 inch acrylic.
Very weird cutoffs of sheet goods.
Oh yeah. We got a bunch of resin cubes.
just like what we do is we form a wall in our yard. And we just pour a resin slab.
There you go.
And we set up the hot tub on top of that resin slab. And
we have a patio. You just put on a patio.
Oh, yeah.
We already have a concrete
We already have a concrete slab patio.
Okay, so we put the inflatable hot tub on the patio.
And then we hop in there and we read.
That does sound pretty nice,
Sounds pretty nice. What about you?
So in a slightly more realistic situation where we're not building a deck, well, I guess yours you nixed the deck.
Yeah. We just order the inflatable hot tub and
I'm jaded
chill
by
outside.
the hot tub because I know how loud Sophia said it was in her video.
Only when it's running. What we can do is we can let it run, heat up, turn everything off.
Oh yeah.
And then profit.
I think I would definitely want to spend some time reading. I want to watch some movies.
Oh, yeah. That'd be great. We have a pop-up projector screen.
We could watch from the hot tub.
Watch from the hot tub.
Hypothetical hot tub.
Yeah, just spend all of our time in a hot tub. Reading, watching movies.
I also really want to, go through the house and organize things. And this is a desire I have at all times. But when the busier things are, the less we have a chance to, deal with the stuff that accumulates, and we accumulate more stuff than most people because we're doing projects every week, and projects require tools and materials, and then we have a thing that we've made at the end of it, which is why I really like when our projects just result in a few small resin cubes. That's great. Not much to store or deal with. But I would like to work on the house some in ways that aren't really interesting for a video, just organizing, getting rid of stuff that we don't need. That kind of thing.
Of which there are a decent amount.
Yeah.
I'm just looking around our office right now.
Across from us, yeah.
Looking at my desk. Caitlin's side has stayed very nice.
It has.
My side is busy with projects that are ongoing.
Right now.
Right now, that's a project I'm working on.
That's true. The LEDs.
The LEDs, yeah.
Yes.
So
Anyway.
it's justified.
I'd like to like take the time to work on the house a little bit, because I think
Yeah.
that would be fun and it would make me feel good. I really want to redo this room. That might be a video project somewhere down the line.
Yeah.
Our office be crazy.
Speaking of main channel videos and projects and stuff like that, I think
Yes.
that for the time being, and I don't really know how long this is going to last, I don't think that we are in a proper position to like guess at how long this current situation might last.
I honestly have no clue.
Check the proper governmental agency in your area announcement. Anyways, for us personally, I think that we're going to be moving to an every other week schedule for our main videos.
Yeah. We just
For a lot of reasons.
yeah, it's only partially because of the stuff going on, honestly.
Well, I mean, like, I think that there's been a lot of things again and again and again that have made us realize that we are running our business on too narrow of an edge. Does that make sense? Too
Yeah,
fine
like-
of a margin?
Yeah, we
Like-
don't. We do. When nothing unexpected is
When
happening,
everything is fine,
we are
everything's
just
fine.
chunking
Yeah.
right along. We are making videos. We are outputting things. We are feeling great. Everything is good. One unexpected, like a small unexpected wrench can
Really
be thrown
trips
in the
us
way.
up.
Yeah, and that's when we realize like we're running on such a thin margin time wise that like those little unexpected things that are kind of guaranteed to happen throw us off so much.
I think that we planned our schedule. We've been running our business as if it's the only thing that exists. And because of that, that's the only thing that can exist. But that doesn't take into account all of the things that are inevitable. Taxes,
Oh gosh.
swapping merch providers.
Those two things alone this year have been like so much. I know we've like mentioned it in passing,
Yeah.
but a lot of like things changed on the tax, and the merch stuff was all related to tax stuff, but we totally switched merch stores. There's so much back end tax stuff. We're still trying to like
Yeah.
figure things out.
But there's always going to be inevitable things like that pop up. And then there's going to
Yeah.
be completely unexpected things like a worldwide pandemic. You know, it's like
Hopefully not always. And
Hopefully not always. Hopefully it's just one time and then
then we're done.
we're done. But we didn't build any buffer. Like when we started Evan and Caitlin, we started with the intention of like, all right, let's just go 100% all out, put everything in, and that's what we've been doing for 3 years. But like with that strategy, there isn't. What's that?
I just realized something.
What's that?
3 days ago was our 3-month channel anniversary.
Three-
3 days ago from the day we're recording.
3 days ago was a 3-year.
Or
channel?
sorry, our 3-year. Our 3-year channel anniversary.
3-year
March
channel
24th.
anniversary. Happy anniversary, Caitlin.
Happy anniversary. So much crazy stuff's going on. I didn't even
Oh my
think about
gosh,
it.
3 years.
Wow. From when we post our first video. Our first batch of videos, because we did like 5.
Wow.
Weird, right?
Weird. And we haven't slowed down one bit. We've changed. We've evolved.
Changed. Yeah. 'Cause a lot of it, honestly, is like starting the podcast, starting the gaming. Like we've
Yeah.
started a lot of other stuff. When we first started, or even things like merch and Patreon, like all these various parts of the business we weren't doing in the very beginning. So we
Yeah.
were like putting more hours into videos. Maybe not at the very beginning because we were working full time.
Yeah, we were working full time.
but once we quit our jobs and we were doing Evan and Caitlin full time, I think we were putting more time just into the video.
Yeah, but also it's like we didn't have a business.
We didn't have a business.
All it was making videos. We weren't like we weren't running a business. It was just.
It was just barely enough of a business to give us the confidence to quit our jobs.
No. Like by the time we quit our jobs, we had been doing more of the business things like dealing with sponsors
Yeah.
and scheduling and invoicing and, setting ourselves up for long-term success and strategizing and stuff. But it's just like, it's all just become more as we've become a bigger channel and a bigger company. Logistics happen. And well, anyway, so that's a story for another time. That's not really related to this moment right now. The main thing is
Evan 2020, logistics happen.
But I think that I think the main thing is we've just realized that we're running on too thin of a margin, and we're just going to pull back our schedule. That doesn't necessarily mean longer term we're not going to be making the same amount of videos.
It's just we're not going to pre-commit to as many videos.
And that's the main thing that has gotten us in trouble. It's like Caitlin and I take our commitments very seriously. Caitlin, it completely makes sense why she takes things very seriously. She's been straight A student her entire life. She's like very, very rule abiding.
Yes.
Not that I'm rule breaking necessarily. I'm a little just bit more chaotic. I in general, I'm just very chaos and go with the flow. But at the same time, I take a lot of pride in my word. That's like the main thing that I'm like a real stickler on. Like that, I'm very serious about. Like if I commit to something, I really, that's it's
gonna get done.
It's gonna get done. Other than that, I'm like, well, whatever. That's why, like, side tangent. That's why on the gaming channel we don't have a schedule. If I said we are live every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 1 p.m. CST, oh man, that'd be very stressful because at 1 I want to be live.
Yeah. Is it weird? I'm a little stressed. Again, the charity stream is over now, but like this is one of the few times where we have committed to a time on the stream, and I'm like,
it's so much more stressful.
I'm stressed now. I'm stressed.
It's like, what if there's audio issues? What if there's issues with the game? What if our world needs to update? What if like all these things? It's like we have to like prepare it in the morning. But then it's gonna fail because it's been on for too long. You know?
It's
so
stressful.
It's like we take our commitments very seriously, and that's why like when we commit to the sponsors and our channel and all of that, the schedule that we are on with the main channel, it's like we just can't deviate. Like when something comes up, our solution isn't to put it off. It's like to put off our commitments or to move around our commitments. Our solution is just to work longer into the night and take less breaks. That's our solution. It's just work more.
So I think like if we start committing to an every other week instead of what we're doing right now, that doesn't mean that there won't be potentially bonus videos.
Yeah.
If we get ahead and we have time to do bonus videos, or we've even talked about like maybe doing some second channel stuff.
I'd love to.
A lot of people have been requesting cooking videos.
Cooking videos in the shop. That'd be.
Yeah, we have a hot plate.
We have a hot plate. We can get more hot plates if we need to. You know?
It'd be really fun. And there's honestly a lot of like second channel type stuff that we wanted to do. It's just lower pressure, which
but also it's like growth opportunities, not from a channel point of view, not from like a business point of view. It's a dumb business idea. It doesn't make sense from a business perspective.
Yeah, to put any time into the second channel.
Especially short term. But like from a growth perspective, as like content creators, as people, as like feeding your curiosity and growing and stuff, I feel like it is a wise thing to do to free up, because like I feel confident that we can just keep on making Evan and Caitlin videos. The videos we have been making and slowly evolving as we evolve and, slowly growing. And I love our Evan and Caitlin videos, but the way we got to where we're at now is by experimenting. But at the same time, as Evan and Caitlin videos have gotten bigger and we have a bigger audience, there's like almost more expectations for consistency. There's almost more of a back catalog. It's like we're almost more locked into a course in some ways. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I've never felt like too locked in, just because like we do continually adjust. But going back to what you were saying a second ago about like good business decisions, an interesting thing is like you're saying, the best business decision is just to double down on the Evan and Caitlin main channel. But if we did that, we wouldn't have this podcast. We wouldn't have the gaming channel.
Yeah. But also, I just don't think that we'd have enough time to recharge between our main videos.
That's true.
So that we can make more good videos. Because, guys, I'm not sure if you know this. If you've watched some of our live streams, you probably do. we suck at acting. We are terrible at acting. And like we want to make fun videos where we're enthusiastic and we have like all this energy. And like if we just kept on pumping out the very similar types of videos, I feel like I don't think it would get stale, but I think that like trying the gaming channel, trying the podcast has mixed things up in a good way that has made our main videos even better. You know, it's introduced new, like the whole green screen. Oh my gosh,
that's
enhanced
for so many skits.
That's
and
enhanced
stuff now.
so many of our videos.
Yeah.
Like it's benefited our main channel videos a lot by having the green screen, by having this experience, and I think in a way starting the podcast has let us have words be less hard. You know, I feel slightly better at speaking. And that has helped us with the gaming channel. It's all kind of circular, and also like
connected. So we don't want to give anything up. So we're just like pulling back slightly on the thing that is by far the biggest time suck. To like give ourselves a little bit more margin, especially like when things are a little bit extra crazy. Like you don't know what unexpected thing is going to pop up.
Yep.
So, you know, but on the flip side, we kind of mentioned this in passing earlier. We have been trying to live stream more on Twitch. Because hanging out has been really nice. Like even from a selfish perspective, it's been really nice just like hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
So
I think it's definitely like good for our mental health. Like after each live stream, we're like so pumped.
Yeah, we're always so pumped.
We're always like yeah, let's like do something. I don't know. And it's
usually we're like, yeah, let's go on a walk.
Yeah, that's often what it is. Or let's go eat. We often stream like, right before eating.
Yeah, that's true. It's probably more often that. The walks have mostly been after the like night streams when we stream after dinner.
But it is a great recharge. It is a great like re-energize and I don't know. It's good. Yeah. Also, it's like I think we've talked about this before when we've talked about the gaming channel. It's like we have been gamers our whole lives, and when we started Evan and Caitlin, we stopped gaming because it wasn't conducive to business. And turning it into a business has been a good excuse for us to play games again, which we really enjoy. Oh my gosh, there's so many games that I just like would love to play all the time. Like I want to play games every single day, but I also want to play video. I also want to make videos for you guys to enjoy. So it's like I feel like we're balancing each, and when we have been working on a video for like a week or two, then like breaking it up with streaming games in the middle has been really great. And then it's like great to go back to filming, and it's great to go back to editing, and it's great to go back to playing like games variety. And streaming it. And it's like it's kind of like when we're eating meals. Both of us have like a strategy. We don't like to just eat the same, like, you know, like if we went to get pizza, we would get pizza and a salad so that we can have a bite of pizza, a bite of salad.
The normal thing, the way a menu is set up is you order your appetizer first, and then you order your in your entree. They bring the appetizer, you finish your appetizer, and they bring the entree. We're like, no, we would like that salad and the pizza at the same time. Please and thank you.
Even weird things. I think that there is a place where we had
the brunch and pasta.
Brunch and pasta. There's
an Italian place.
We were telling my brother about the story, and he looked at me very weird. I think, or was my sister?
Your sister.
I think.
Because it wasn't, again, this is before everyone was quarantined, but we went to this Italian place and realized they were serving brunch, and we really wanted the French toast, and we also really wanted the pasta and the like burrata cheese. So we asked for all three of them at the same time so we can alternate and have like a bite of French toast, a bite of cheese, and a bite of pasta. Yeah. You alternate, and it mixes it up.
It like clears your palate of the thing that you've been doing and you've been tired of, and it gets you like, it makes the next one, because like you guys know, the first bite you take of something,
so good.
Mwah. Delicious. Your taste buds are all neutral, and they're all just sleepy, and they get hit with that like tasty flavor, and they're all like, "Wow, yeah!" And then like they get tired of cheering for a while for that flavor, and then like it's not as fully tasty. But then if you like throw something new at them, then they're like, "Whoa!" again, and then they're just a party all the time. That same analogy, but for our life and making videos, playing games, and
Yeah.
podcasting.
Yeah. That's a good analogy.
Thank you. I liked it too. It also made me hungry.
It made me kind of hungry too. I want that French toast.
I want that French toast.
It might be a while till we get that French toast.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's an update from us. That's kind of a big one.
Yeah.
We
We went back and forth about. Did I already mention how we went back and forth about like talking about it? Like
I think you said we've been going back and forth about a lot of things.
we have
Like one, do we make this podcast where we talk about difficult subjects? Like, are we going to handle it right? I don't know.
because we don't want it to sound like we are complaining.
Yeah.
But we also want to share with you guys what's going on.
Yeah.
You know? So even though, you know, we do worry because we don't want things to sound like we're not grateful for the very lucky position that we're in. We also worried that if we didn't talk about how things were going on, it would feel like disingenuous.
It's just
Disingenuous or disingenuine?
it's another fine line we have to walk.
But
Yeah. And we want it to be like at least some amount of fun. Like,
yeah, we didn't want to just be downers.
I know that
There's
you
enough
guys
stressful
are
news out there.
getting exposed to that all the time, and we don't want to be another, like, I don't know. Would like to be a brighter spot in your day, if at all possible. So that's that. I think that's like the main thing that like we've really been focusing on, you know? I think
Yeah.
that's why we've been trying to stream a lot. Like, I know that people have left some comments that they like our main channel videos, and like it kind of helps them
Be distracted.
be distracted and everything, and we're just trying to make as much content as we can.
Yep.
I don't know if it helps
Without making our margin too thin.
without while also taking care of ourselves so that we
Yeah.
can make the content that we are proud of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you know something I just realized?
What's that?
I didn't prepare a thing of the week.
I didn't prepare a thing of the week either. Why don't you keep on talking on the main subject, and I'll quickly think of a thing of the week while you keep the podcast running in
I could
a
probably think
wonderful
of
way.
like, because I want to give like a content thing of the week,
Content.
other than a thing of the week. Because like, who knows if you'll be able to order it on Amazon?
Yeah. My thing of the week that I thought of is sold out right now. So
Yeah.
uh,
Let's think of either a video we watched recently, either a video or a content creator, or a podcast or something along those lines, or game.
a game. Oh, I could choose a game.
Go for it.
My thing of the week is The Forest. Oh, it's so fun. The Forest. Oh my gosh. We've probably talked about Minecraft before. I hope that's been a thing of the week for
I
us
don't know
in
if
the
it has
past.
been.
Oh,
Bonus thing of the week.
bonus thing of the week. Let's
Minecraft.
talk about some interesting games. If you're
Okay.
playing a game with younger kids, play Minecraft. It's unlimited. You can play forever.
Yep.
You make your own objectives. You can, like the other day we turned our mountain house into a cat
Yep. It's
with
giant
eyes,
cat now.
glowing eyes. It's great. Like we're gonna. There's so many adventures we want to have. There's so much that we want to do in Minecraft, and it's completely family friendly.
Yep.
If you want a less family friendly version of Minecraft, play The Forest.
Forest.
It's extreme. It's a little bit more realistic. Yeah, so basically, you're on a plane, you crash land on an island. There are cannibals and there are mutants on the island. But the interesting thing is everything is very intuitive. You pick up a rock, you pick up some sticks, you wrap cloth around the two, you got a stone axe. You want to build a bridge, gather some
You go
logs.
chop down some trees.
Chop down some trees, and it's very interesting.
And honestly, you know, when you're in between the confrontations with the cannibals, it's like kind of a nice chill game. You're just out in the woods building tree houses
but
and
then at
houseboats.
any time you can get raided by cannibals, and you're freaking out, and you're running around, and you're shooting them with your bow, and you're stabbing them with your spear.
I don't do
and,
that. I just run away. I run into the river.
And then
And I hide.
the scariest thing is there's caves, which has the really good loot, But like in the caves, there's limited visibility. There's
my God,
you
it's
can't
so
run
scary.
away. It's so freaky and scary. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we've only been into one cave so far, and I'm getting like jittery just thinking about going into the next cave. Oh,
Oh, so the forest is it's a
good game.
It's a good game. It's an older game, but I'm not sure if it's like gotten like huge exposure. I'm not sure if it's a big game that everyone's heard about. So
yeah.
it might be a nice little gem for you guys to pick up. We're playing it on PC. We're playing on 2 different computers, multiplayer, and it's nice. Oh, you know what? It'd also be good for.
What?
Words are hard. If you're away from your friends or family and you want to hang out with them, go ahead and boot up
Yeah.
into the forest or into one of these multiplayer
Or
games.
Minecraft? Yeah. do
Call them
whatever.
on the phone, and like it's great to hang out, cooperate, do something together. Like
It's a great hangout.
it's a great hangout. Like whenever I like am doing any reading or anything like that in the forest, almost there's so many people who played it like multiplayer, and they're like, oh, I remember I built a base here on this one delta, and it was so fun. We like did there's always like memories, and I don't know. It's a great shared experience. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay, Caitlin, what's your thing of the week?
I have a thing of the week. I saved this video. I found where I saved my ideas for thing of the week. Okay. It is from a channel called Cat Navi Desk. I don't know much about this channel, but I saw this one video because it was going viral. It's called Cats and Dominoes. And oh my gosh, so we'll have a link. But it's the best thing. And I know like there's a whole like domino videos are like a thing on YouTube. Very satisfying to watch. But adding cats in the mix and they interact and have to like do certain things.
They're part of the dominoes.
They're part of the dominoes. And these cats are just like the best thing.
But
And
also, like,
sometimes they take their sweet time.
The timing of it is the best part of it.
The timing of
The
the best thing.
suspense.
It's a 3-minute long video. They might I'm not sure. So this channel has 240,000 subscribers. We have not explored their other stuff yet, though I do want to. There's 2 cats. This video has 8.9 million views. So you might have seen it already. But if you just want to like escape reality for
Yes.
3.5 minutes and watch some cats and dominoes, like it is great.
It is great.
Quality content.
Quality, and Caitlin stands by that.
Stand by it. So we'll have a link to Minecraft. We'll have a link to the forest, and we'll have a link to this cat and domino video.
All right, guys. Well, this has been an unusual episode of the Evan and Caitlin podcast. I hope you guys are staying safe out there.
Yep.
We really appreciate you guys tuning into our content. We really I'm just sending you guys a big virtual hug. If you're watching the video, this is very awkward.
Evan's just kind of flapping the air.
If you're listening, I'm just going to hug the microphone right now.
Can you hear it?
Can you hear my hug?
Well,
Can you hear my hug? Whenever you're listening to this.
dun, 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 dun.
All right. Well, yeah, it's weird to wrap this up, but anyways, stay safe,
Yep.
and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.
Bye.
Bye.